Hi, I'm Molly DePriest, and today we're here with our new trainer, Alex Mason. Hey Alex, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me, I appreciate it.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you went to school?
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Seattle.
Okay.
Most of my life spent there, and then went down to Texas to finish school. So I went to Texas State University, so I was kind of in between Austin and San Antonio.
Okay.
And then moved to Nashville a little over a year ago, so trying to get used to everything that Nashville brings. I feel like there's so much going on at all times.
You like it so far?
I love it. It's perfect for my transition, trying to figure out where I'm going. This is a good place to start. Met a lot of people, so it's been a good transition so far.
Great. So did you play any sports, anything in high school? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I was a huge sports junkie ever since I was a little kid. I'd always pick up a ball. I hated Legos. I didn't like playing with toys. Anything that was round or a stick, I would just
all athletic.
100%.
Yeah.
So baseball was my sport. I played a little bit of basketball and soccer when I was really young, but then by 6th grade, baseball was my kind of sport. So specialized in that, did the whole summer ball circuit, played through high school, played a year of college, and then transitioned into just being a normal student, which is a tough transition when you go from being athlete full-time to all of a sudden, now working, paying bills, being responsible.
Right,
real world stuff, yeah, exactly.
So is there anything you do now, sport-wise, to keep it up?
Yeah, I started working at a golf course a few years ago.
Okay.
I currently still work at one, so golf is like a big thing for me right now. Definitely, that's a hobby my dad and I share. So that's something that we can kind of connect with, and so golf right now is kind of my main dig. I did start playing co-ed softball for the first time.
That's a transition from baseball.
That's tough because I'm trying not to be so competitive about it. It's hard not to when you grew up with it, so.
Right, well fun, so you kind of keep the sports side alive.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big part of who I am. I still follow sports, all sports. I still pay attention to how well certain teams I like or certain players. So sports have kind of always been something I've been passionate about, not just something I just do for free time necessarily.
Got it. Well, so tell me a little bit about what made you want to be a trainer. How'd you get into training?
Yeah, so from a very young age, I was always in the weight room by the time I was in 6th grade, so I got a good taste of it growing up. And for me, it was a real confidence booster. I didn't really have the personality or persona that most people start off with, and so the weight room and the training was a good way for me to express that.
Yeah.
And then as I was getting older, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I kind of was into meteorology, kind of wasn't. But I always knew sports were a passion of mine. Training was always a big deal for my athletic career. And I realized I was pretty good at it. And so once I got into school, I realized, okay, this is kind of where I want to focus on. This is what I want to go to school for. This is what I'm passionate about. And so that was that first kind of click. I didn't have it right away. It took a while to figure it out. But once I did, it was just the easiest transition for me.
Yeah. Well, so what type of clients do you like to train?
I definitely specialize in more of the mobility side, so whoever's comfortable. I prefer younger to middle age, I guess is my preference, but anything that involves like variety, I don't stick to one necessarily routine or methodology. I like to be having a lot of variety, but a lot of my focus is on that mobility, making sure things are moving the correct way, if there's some postural issues, how to fix those, and then building off of that.
So what made you want to come to Boost? How long have you been here?
So I've been a trainer at Hillwood Country Club since February, but I kind of realized there was kind of a less clientele that I could have access to. So I reached out, and my current boss at the country club is really good friends with Tarek and John. They were actually business partners when they first started off together. And so I had that instant connection. So I've been here since the beginning of July, and I love it. It's a very welcoming community. Even though the people I don't train, I still have a very close relationship with. And this is just it feels like a real gym. Like I feel like I can be myself. I don't feel like I have to be someone else. And at this gym, I have access to being who I am as a person. They have confidence in me that I can train with what I feel comfortable with. I'm not necessarily being told how to do my job. And so Boost so far has been super welcoming, super warming for me, and I've enjoyed it really a lot so far.
Yeah, what can you not do here, right?
Yeah, obviously you have access to the gym, you have the swimming, you have the field, and so there's so much variety that I can pull from. So
especially
I don't.
being a sports guy.
100%. Sometimes we might go sweat it out in the field. Some days we might just be in the weight room. But overall, I just feel like Boost gives me the best opportunity to expand my own horizon and train clients I wouldn't normally train, and then build my own clientele and just have more confidence in doing this. So it's been an easy transition. I've had great support from Steve and Tarek. John has been a huge help as well getting this transition going. And so from now on, it looks like this is the place I want to be.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us, telling us a little bit about yourself, and we're so glad you're here.
Thank you, appreciate it.